Good morning, everybody. Got some exciting news. Many of you know, there's so many teams working now on the preamble or the draft constitution. It's fantastic. The amount of effort's been put into it so far. So, what we're recommending and what we're pushing and we're educating is the government is not the sovereign. You and I, the man and the woman, are the sovereign. We're going to change the game. The game is that we, the people, are going to decide our future. Under this current system, there's been no we, the people. It's been all the politicians and the globalists that control everything. And they're selling us out. They've been selling us out for years. So we're going to change the game. The game is simple. We're going to create a contract how we, the people, want to be governed. And this contract is going to be how the government is going to fulfill their obligations to the people. Let alone that, there'll be accountability in the Constitution. So when you're hired as an employee, we're getting rid of all the politicians. So in this Constitution is that the people will put in applications for resumes of their qualifications. So if you want to be a mayor, you're going to put an application in, and that application will be a resume. We're going to pick the best resume, and that person will become an employee. No different than the county. That person will put a resume in, and the best resume, not the best drama teacher, not the best liar, because we won't be able to lie in our Constitution because you'll be held accountable. That's number one. Two, we are going eventually, as we proceed with this, we are going to write how the government will always be accountable to the people at the lowest level. So there's two, I'll give you an example. There's 363 towns in Alberta, and cities and counties, etc. All these counties will have a mayor, or we'll call them administrators. They're going to administer the wishes of the people of that town, and they'll make sure they follow it, because the consequences of any bribery, theft, robbing, anything that goes away from what they're supposed to be doing, they will be held accountable. Severity. We're also going to be creating our own police force, and the police force, we're going to bring back sheriffs. If the people choose so, we recommend this. The sheriff will be elected in the town, and the sheriff will be held accountable at the highest extreme. So now we're taking care of, we're going to have a police force that actually protects, preserves, and his obligation is to follow the Constitution that we write, which protects him too. The police officers hired will also swear an oath to protect and preserve the Constitution of the sovereigns. We use Alberta, of the sovereigns of Alberta. Very important. We don't have that right now. We've never had that. The police we have now protect and preserve the globalist thing called Canada. It's got to come to an end. With the harm and the destruction that they've caused us under this current regime we're under, this is why it's important to get involved in this greatest document ever written. So we're creating a constitution in Alberta. There's teams in Saskatchewan doing the same thing. Not even teams. There's sovereign men and women concerned in Saskatchewan. No different than the Northern Territories, the Yukon, the BC, etc. From coast to coast, there's some serious issues going on in this country. So in the Constitution, we're going to talk about education system, why it's important that our children get a proper education, not a propaganda education system, which they're being pushed and foremost with the global warming scam, the green climate scam. All of these scams were created years ago. We all know this. That are in the loop, that understand what they've done. But more and more are becoming very, very wide awake of the fraud and the corruption. So now with so many people questioning what's going on, why is the economy being destroyed? Well, the economy is being destroyed because they want to steal the wealth of the nation. Put everybody into poverty, buy it up on pennies on the dollar, and control it. Saudi Arabia, through the corruption, is buying up, supposedly bought the ports. Well, they did buy the ports, supposedly, with their fiat cash system. All these things that they've done are unlawful and illegal. They've never had the authority to govern us. They've given you the illusion, because they hold these things called elections. But when the elections are fake, when the fraud is apparent, and when every single one of these people elected do not do as the people ask, that tells you right there it's fraud. We didn't elect them to tell us what to do. We elected them to tell them what to do, to administer what we wanted. Not once in any of the the Corporation of Canada or the Corporation of Alberta or the Corporation of BC has any elected official under their political system done anything that the people wanted. So it's fraud. So we're going to change that by creating a constitution how we, the people, want to be governed. Simple. So the economy will improve drastically within the first 6 months. We're going to end this Green Energy Act that is killing the economy. Solar power has failed. Wind power has failed. They know that these things are... We have to go back and redo them, learn them, understand them, spend some time, small little, tiny little projects like nuclear projects, small oil and gas are here forever. Seriously. We have, I don't know, we estimated trillions of barrels of oil in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, coal. All these do not harm the environment. Seriously. One volcano goes off, does more damage than any of us could do in 1,000 years. Seriously. This nonsense of bad science, corrupt science, pushed to the media and to the politicians to brainwash, to indoctrinate the people, over and over with the same lies. So get involved with constitution conventions. Have your say. I know there's many teachers out there who have had enough of the corruption in the school system that are quitting, and they're tired of it. The propaganda. We need accountable news, that we the people have proper news. So when these CBC and CTV news, they get up there and blatantly lie, they'll be held accountable. 5-year jail sentences, 10, I figure 25 years. You take a position that you're supposed to be broadcasting the news, should be broadcast the truth. Don't read their script. Police officers, same thing. If you become a police officer, it's in the Constitution already right now. If you are hired as a police officer, you'll uphold the Constitution of Alberta. And if you break the law, you'll be prosecuted 2 times than a sovereign that's not a police officer. Makes sense to me. Same as judges. The judges will not be judges like they are now. Grand juries will be brought in where there will be a proper court system. We're not going to have lawyers. Lawyers have been nothing but seeking cash and using a bar system that totally removes your freedom, liberty, and rights. So we're going to have grand juries. Yes, we're going to have people to help people if they are charged, but a way better system. Accountability and truth. We have all these great people in this nation that are speaking up. Let's come together and let's make what we always thought we wanted to make, was a nation of prosperity, truth, honesty, and most importantly is this, a future for our grandchildren. There is no future. Right now, the globalists are destroying us, and every single political party, it doesn't matter if it was the Conservatives, Harper sold us out, Chrétien sold us out, Brian Mulroney sold us out, Trudeau sold us out, McDonald sold us out, Lyon Mackenzie King sold us out. They all sold us out. Why did they sell us out? Because they were never working for the people. They're a special breed. I'll call them a breed. So definitely not sovereign men and women that actually want to do the best for their nations. They're a special breed. So let's put in the right people. The right people is you, me, your brother, your sister, and everybody that you know that's had enough of this system, to put in some real people that actually have a heart, that actually care the direction that we go in, and build the greatest document to to protect and preserve our future and our children's future. So get involved in constitutional conventions for Alberta. We're on Facebook, We the People Constitutional Conventions. Very important. Listen in. Email us at travelingtruthtour@outlook.com. That's one L in traveling. There's so many things that we could do differently. We just have to put all of our great minds together. And guess what? I already see it coming. The people have been ecstatic working on the Constitution. Now they finally can see why this Constitution is so important. We've never had a Constitution. Honestly. And being part of this, wow. It's ecstatic. It's the greatest thing. So get involved and understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. And we're going to go door to door. We're not swearing an oath to the Constitution. It's an affirmation. We accept this, and we're accepting this Constitution because this Constitution is going to put the people where they're supposed to be. The people, the government, accountability, number one. Thank you. I'm Dallas Hills, and the future is all of us coming together on a collaboration to create the greatest document for the province of Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario. All the provinces and territories need a constitution so it controls how the government operates. Thank you.